Hi students, I am a maths teacher. Knowledge is power. So we have to learn something daily to improve our knowledge. Today in our class we are going to see the topic radical notation. Let n be a positive integer and r be a real number. If r power n is equal to x, then r is called the nth root of x, and we write nth root of x is equal to r. The symbol square root of n, that should be read as nth root, is called a radical, and n is the index of the radical. Hitherto we name it as exponent. That means we already studied as in the name of exponent in the lower class, and x is called the radicand. Again listen to this definition. If r be any real number which can be expressed as r power n is equal to x, when you bring this power n to the right side, it becomes nth root of x, which is equal to r. Next we are going to write this radicand in the fractional index form. Here r is equal to nth root of x. Now we are going to write this power in the index form. Nth root of x is equal to x power 1 by n. So nth root of x can be expressed as in the power as 1 by n. Nth root means it becomes 1 by n. If it is square root means it becomes 1 by 2. Next we will see some of the powers which can be expressed in radical notation and index notation. Here 2 power 6 is equal to 64. You can write this as 2 is equal to, the power comes to the index form as 6th root of 64. When you bring this to the index form, it becomes 64 whole power 1 by 6, which can be read as 2 is the 6th root of 64. Like that 2 power 5 is equal to 32, which can be written as 2 is equal to 5th root of 32, which is equal to 2 equal to 32 whole power 1 by 5. Then 2 is the 5th root of 32. Here we have two special case, which is 2 power 3 is equal to 8, which can be written as 2 equal to cube root of a. 2 is equal to 8 power 1 by 3. 2 is the cube root of a, meaning 2 is the third root of 8. So you can read this in two ways. One is cube root or third root. Like that square root or second root of 4. So you have to understand these two concepts. Next, understand the meaning of x power m by n. Here m and n are the positive integers. Now we can interpret x power m by n in two ways. Either nth root of mth power of x or mth power of nth root of x. So look at the symbol. Here x power m by n is equal to x power m whole power 1 by n or x power 1 by n whole power m, which is nth root of x power m or nth root of x whole power m. Before entering into the exercise, we will see some numbers with their powers. 2 power 2 is equal to 4, 2 cube is equal to 8, 2 power 4 is equal to 16, 2 power 5 is equal to 32, 2 power 6 is equal to 64, 2 power 7 is equal to 128, 3 power 2 is equal to 9, 3 power 3 is equal to 27, 3 power 4 is equal to 81, 3 power 5 is equal to 243, 3 power 6 is equal to 729. Like that you have to know as many numbers with their powers. Then only it is easy for you to calculate the radicals and the upcoming topic surds. Now we will see some of the powers. 4 power 2 is equal to 16, 4 power 3 equal to 64, 4 power 4 is equal to 256, 4 power 5 is equal to 1024. Next 5 power 2 is equal to 25, 5 power 3 is equal to 125, 5 power 4 is equal to 625, 5 power 5 is equal to 3125. With this we will move to the exercise 2.5. In this the first sum is write the following in the form of 5 power n. The first sum is 625, second one is 1 by 5, third one is square root of 5, then fourth one is square root of 125. Power n, first number is 625. So first I am going to divide this 625 with 5. If you divide this, you will get 125. If I again divide this 125 with 5, I will get 25. If I divide this again 25 with 5, I will get 5. If I divide this 5 again, I will get the remainder as 1. Now 625 can be written in the power of 5 power 4. So this is the answer. Like that, the second sum is 1 by 5. Here 1 by 5. Here 1 by 5 means when the 5 comes to the numerator, it becomes 5 power minus 1. Now this is in the form of 5 power n. Like that, the third sum. The third sum is square root of 5. I already explained this radical in the form nth root of x can be written as x power 1 by n. Like that, I am going to write this 5. Here the index is 2. It should be understand this as 2. So you can write this 5 power 1 by 2. So this is the answer for square root of 5. Then fourth sum. Here we have square root of 125. Now first we have to write this 125 in 5 powers. So 125 divided by 5 gives 25. Again the 25 divided by 5 gives 5. If I divide the 5, I get the remaining quotient as 1. Now 125 can be written as square root of 5 power 3. Now the square root can be written as whole power 1 by 2. So 5 power 3 whole power 1 by 2. When the powers has one more power, we have to multiply those two powers. This is in the form of a power m whole power n is equal to a power mn. Like that, 5 power 3 by 2. Now this is in the form of 5 power n. Do the second sum as homework. We will see the third sum. Find the value of first sum 49 whole power 1 by 2, second 243 whole power 2 by 5, third one 9 power minus 3 by 2, and fourth sum 64 by 125 whole power minus 2 by 3. So I am going to express this 49 as 7 power 2. The power 1 by 2 comes as it is. Now cancel those two powers. 2 and 2 gets cancelled, because 2 into 1 by 2, 2 gets cancelled. You will get 7 power 1, which is 7. Like that, the second sum 243 whole power 2 by 5. Now I am going to convert this base 243 as some power 5 with some base. So for that I am going to divide this 243 with 3. If you divide this, you will get 81. If you divide this again with 3, we get 27. If you divide this with 3 again, you will get 9. 9 divided by 3 gives 3. 3 divided by 3 gives 1. So now you can write this 243 as 3 power 5. 3 power 5 whole power 2 by 5. Here the 5 and this denominator 5 gets cancelled. You will get 3 power 2. 3 power 2 can be expand this as 3 into 2, 3. You will get 9. So 9 is the value of this 243 whole power 2 by 5. Next comes the third sum. Here 9 power minus 3 by 2. In the first and second sum we have the power as positive. Now in the third sum we have the power as minus 3 by 2. First we have to change this negative as positive by taking the reciprocal of the base. What is the base? 9. What is the reciprocal of 9? 1 by 9. If you reciprocate this base, you will automatically the power becomes positive. Now you can write this 9 as 3 power 2, and then 1 can be written as 1 power 2 whole power 3 by 2. So 1 by 3 whole power 2 whole power 3 by 2. Again 2 and 2 gets cancelled. The power 3 remains there. Now 1 by 3 whole power 3. So 1 cube is 1. 3 power 3 is 27, which is the answer. Next comes the fourth sum. In the fourth sum, 64 by 125 whole power minus 2 by 3. Here also the power is negative. So I am going to reciprocate the base. 64 by 125 becomes 125 by 64 whole power 2 by 3. The power becomes positive. Now I am going to write this 125 as base with the power 3 because the denominator is 3. So 125 can be written as 5 power 3. Like that 64 can be written as 4 power 3 whole power 2 by 3. So 5 power 3 by 4 power 3, which can be written as 5 by 4 whole power 3 whole power 2 by 3. This power 3 and the denominator 3 gets cancelled. We will get 5 by 4 whole power 2. If you bring this power here, 5 power 2 by 4 power 2. 5 power 2 is 25, 4 power 2 is 16. So the answer is 25 by 16. Next we are going to do the fourth sum. Use a fractional index to write square root of 5, square root of 7, cube root of 49 whole power 5. Then the fourth sum 1 by cube root of 100 whole power 7. So I already told you how to write the fractional index. That means nth root of x is equal to x power whole power 1 by n. So this is the fractional index. So whatever the index, so this is called the index, that should be goes to the power with 1 by n. Like that here the square root of 5, we have the number square root of 5, here the index is 2, it should be understand. So you can write this 5 as whole power 1 by 2. So this is the fractional index of square root of 5. Like that the square root of 7 also can be written as 7 power 1 by 2. In the third sum we have cube root of 49 whole power 5. First I am going to write this cube root of 49 as 49 whole power 1 by 3 whole power 5. Again you can express this 49 base as 7 power 2 whole power 1 by 3 whole power 1 5. Now we have the 3 powers, 2 into 1 by 3 into 5. So you can write this as 7 power 10 by 3. 7 power 10 by 3. Then comes the fourth sum. Here in the denominator we have cube root of 100. 1 by cube root of 100 can be expressed as 100 power 1 by 3 whole power 7. Then the 100 base can be written as 10 power 2 whole power 1 by 3. Again the power whole power 7. Now if you multiply the power 2 and 1 by 3, you will get 1 by 10 power 2 by 3 whole power 7. Now 1 power 7, 10 power 2 by 7. When you multiply these two powers, you will get 1 by 10 whole power 14 by 3. So 10 power 2 by 3 into 7. 2 by 3 into 7 gives 14 by 3. Here the base is 1 by 10. So if I reciprocate this, the 10 comes to the numerator, but the power becomes negative. So the answer is 10 power minus 14 by 3. The last sum, fifth sum is find the fifth root of first one 32, second one 243, third one 1 lakh, fourth sum 1024 by 325. In this I will do the first sum and the last sum. Do the second and third as homework. The first sum is fifth root of 32. So you have to express this in the symbol fifth root of 32. So this is the symbol fifth root of 32. First I have to express this 32 as 2 power 5. The fifth root is can be expressed as 1 by 5. So if you don't know, you have to divide this with 2. 32 divided by 2 gives 16. 16 divided by 2 gives 8. 8 divided by 2 gives 4. 4 divided by 2 gives 2. 2 divided by 2 gives 1. Or you have to know the powers. In the starting I already told you to know the sum of the powers. If you know the powers, you can write it straight away, or you have to divide this and write this as 2 power 5 whole power 1 by 5, and then the 5 and this 5 gets cancelled. You will get the answer as 2. Now in the fourth sum, we have fifth root of 1024 divided by 3125. If you know the power, you can write this 1024. How will you express this 1024 as power 5? 4 power 5 is 1024. 3125 is 5 power 5. The fifth root can be expressed as a fractional index 1 by 5. So this numerator and denominator has the same power. So I am going to write this as 4 by 5 whole power 5 whole power 1 by 5. Here this 5 gets cancelled. We will get the base as 4 by 5. This is the answer. On this connection, we are going to see the next topic, surds. A surd is an irrational root of a rational number. So which is nth root of a is a surd, provided n belongs to natural number where n is greater than 1 and a is a rational number. For example, root 2 is a surd. It is an irrational root of the equation x square is equal to 2. Here root 2 is irrational and may be shown as a decimal form 1.4142135 and it goes on, which is a non-recurring and non-terminating decimal. Here we will see one more example. Is root 1 by 25 is a surd? No. It can be simplified and written as rational number 1 by 5. So root of 1 by 25 is not a surd. Like that, the famous irrational number pi is also not a surd. Though it is irrational, it cannot be expressed as a rational number under the square root symbol. In other words, it is not a root of any equation with rational coefficients. Next, order of a surd. The order of a surd is the index of the root to be extracted. The order of the surd, nth root of a, is n. What is the order of fifth root of 95? It is 5. Next, the surds of same order. The surds of same order are surds for which the index of the root to be extracted is same. So they are called equiradical surds. For example, square root of x, a power 3 by 2, square root of n are all second order radical called quadratic surds. Then cubic surds. Then order of different surds are square root of 3, cube root of 10, fourth root of 6 and so on. Next we will see the pure surds and the mixed surds. A surd is called a pure surd if its coefficient in its simplest form is 1. For example, square root of 3, cube root of 6, fourth root of 7, fifth root of 49 are pure surds. Here all their coefficients are 1. A surd is called a mixed surd if its coefficient in simplest form is other than 1. Example, 5 times square root of 3, 2 into fourth root of 5, 3 into fourth root of 6 are mixed surds. Next comes the simple and compound surds. A surd with a single term is said to be a simple surd. For example, square root of 3, 2 into square root of 5 are simple surds. The algebraic sum of two or more surds is called a compound surds. For example, square root of 5 plus 3 into square root of 2 or square root of 3 minus 2 into root 7 etc. are compound surds. Next, binomial surds. A binomial surd is an algebraic sum or difference of two terms, both of which could be surds, or one could be a rational and another a surd. Example, 1 by 2 minus square root of 19, root 3 minus 2 root 7 are binomial surds.
Simplify 5 root 3 plus 18 root 3 minus 2 root 3. Here in the root we have the 3, which is in the simplest form. We can't simplify this 3 again. So I am going to add the coefficient alone. So write this root 3 as common, and you can write the coefficients as 5 plus 18 minus 2. If you simplify this, you will get 18 plus 5 gives 23, 23 minus 2 gives 21 root 3. So this is the answer for first sum. Then we will do the fourth sum. In the fourth sum we have 5 times cube root of 40 plus 2 times cube root of 625 minus 3 times cube root of 320. First we have to bring this surd into the simplest form. So 40, how will you write this 40? If you split this, you will get 20, again by 2 you will get 10, again by 2 you will get 5, again by 5 you will get 1. So you can write this as 5 into cube root of 2 power 3 into 5, 2 power 3 into 5, like that. 625, 625, if you divide this by 5 you will get 125, if you divide this again by 5 you will get 25, if you divide this 5 you will get 5, again by 5 you will get 1. So you can write this 2 times cube root of 5 power 3 into 5, because we have cube root. So you have to get one power cube. Next one, minus 3 times cube root of 320. Now I am going to divide this 320. With 2 you will get 160. If you divide this with 2 I will get 80. If I divide this with 2 you will get 40. With 2 you will get 20. Again with 2 you will get 10. Again with 2 you will get 5. Again by 5 you will get 1. So here we have 2 power 3 and one more 2 power 3. So that is 2 power 3 into 2 power 3 into 5. Now bring this 2 power 3 as 2. Already we have 5 in the coefficient. So 5 into 2 cube root of 5 plus 5 cube comes out as 5 into cube root of 5 minus 3 into 2 cube, here 2 cube. So 3 into 2 into 2, again cube root of 5. So 5 2s are 10. 10 into cube root of 5 plus 10 into cube root of 5 minus 2 2s are 4. 4 into 3, 12. 12 into cube root of 5. Here all the surds are cube root of 5, cube root of 5 and cube root of 5. Now you can add the coefficients. 10 plus 10 minus 12 into cube root of 5, which gives 20 minus 12, that is 8 cube root of 5. So this is next the second sum. Simplify using multiplication and division properties of surds. Here the first sum is square root of 3 into square root of 5 into square root of 2. All the roots are in the same order. So you can multiply this surds. 3 into 5 into 10. 3 5s are 15. 15 into 2, 30. So square root of 30. Now I am going to divide this root 35 divided by root 7. So I am going to write this in the single root. Root of 35 by 7. If I cancel this I will get 5. So the answer is square root of 5. Third sum, cube root of 27 into cube root of 8 into cube root of 125. Here 27, 8 and 125 all are cubic numbers. So you can write this as cube root of 3 cube into cube root of 2 cube into cube root of 5 cube. So the cube root and cube gets cancelled. You will get 3 into here 2 into 5. So the cube root and 3 gets cancelled. You will get the rational number without any root. So 3 into 2, 6, 6 5s are 30. Fourth sum, 7 into root a minus 5 into root b into 7 root a plus 5 root b. Look at the terms. These are in the form of a minus b into a plus b. So treat this whole thing as a, this whole thing as b. Here also same a, here also b, but the sign is plus and minus. So a minus b into a plus b. Using the identity, you can write this as a square minus b square. So using this, you can write this as 7 root a whole square minus b. What is the b here? 5 root b whole square. Now I am going to bring this power for both 7 as well as root a. 7 square into square root of a whole square minus 5 square into root of b whole square. 7 square is 49. Root a whole square. Square and root gets cancelled, you will get a. So 5 square is 25. Root b and it square. Here also root and 2 gets cancelled, you will get b. So 49a minus 25b is the answer. Okay, the third sum, if root 2 is equal to 1.414, root 3 is equal to 1.732, root 5 is equal to 2.236 and root 10 is equal to 3.162, find the values of the following correct to 3 places of decimals. The first sum is root 40 minus root 20. First we have to split this root 40 into the simplest form of surds. So 40 can be expressed as 2. If you divide this with 2, you will get 20. Again with 2, you will get 10. You will get 5. Again by 5, you will get 1. So 2 into 2 into 2 into 5. Then 20 can be written as 2 into 2 into 5. So here we have square root. So for square root, we have to take two numbers and bring the 2 as 1, 2. 2 into root of 2 into 5. Here we don't have any pair. So you write this as it is 2 into 5. For these 2, you will get 1, 2 outside the root. 2 into root 5. So 2 into root 10 minus 2 into root 5. Here we can't add or subtract because in the surds the radicand are different. So we can't add these two. Now substitute the values of root 10. What is the value of root 10? 3.164. So 2 into 3.162 minus 2 into the value of root 5 is 2.236. 2.236. If you multiply these two, you will get 4. 2 2s are 4. 6 2s are 12. Remainder 1. 2 plus 1 3. 3 2s are 6 minus 2 6 are 12. Remainder 1. 6 plus 1 7. 4.4. 4.472. If we subtract this 6.324 with 4.472, you will get 4 minus 2 gives 2, 12 minus 7 gives 5, 12 minus 4 gives 8 and 5 minus 4 gives 1. So answer is 1.852. Fourth sum, arrange surds in descending order. Cube root of 5, 9th root of 4, 6th root of 9. First we have to make this index as common. For that I have to find the LCM of these three numbers. So what is the LCM of 3, 9 and 6? The LCM of 3, 9 and 6 is 18. So I have to make these three index as 18. So take the first surd, cube root of 5. So 3 into what number gives 18? 3 into 6 gives 18. So to adjust this 6, I have to bring this inside the radicand 5 power 6. So this becomes 18th root of 5 power 6. What is the value of 5 power 6? 15625. Then 9th root of 4. 9 into what number gives 18? 9 into 2 gives 18. So to adjust this 2, I have to bring this inside the radicand 4 power 2, which becomes 18th root of 4 power 2 is 16. Next one, 6th root of 3. 6 into 3 gives 18. So to adjust this, 3 power 3. So 3 power 3 is 27. 6 3s are 18. So 18th root of 27. Now look at the 3 sets. All are having same order. 18th root of 15625, 18th root of 16, 18th root of 27. In this is the greater number, this is the next greater, and this is the last one. So you can write this 18th root of 15625, which is greater than 18th root of 27, greater than 18th root of 16. So from this question I have to write the answer. Cube root of 5 is greater than 6th root of 3 is greater than 9th root of 4. So this is the descending order of given sets.
With this, we will wind up the today's class. Practice all the problems and the assignments. Thank you, children.